See, Roman, I don't need cars or planes or computers. I don't need anything you have. All I need is Batman. Quote, Batman, Bruce Wayne. Will the party end here for absolute Batman? With his friends' lives at stake, will a broken, beaten, ultimately defeated Bruce Wayne finally compromise and give up both himself and his morals to Black Mask? Or does he have something even bigger than himself to help? And what does this have to do with Mayor James Gordon and his relationship with a young Bruce Wayne? All this and more in this issue to the first arc of Absolute Batman. Absolute Batman, Volume 1, Issue 5, The Zoo, Part 5 of 5. We open with Bruce's shattered childhood in the wake of his father's murder. It's further revealed that the boy is receiving rabies shots from Dr. Leslie Tompkins, who assures him that everything will be okay and that he is no longer infectious. But Bruce knows that his life has now been consumed, infected entirely by the bats. Dr. Leslie Tompkins says, if you start growing fangs or pointy ears, Mr. Wayne, you call me right away. Got it? Otherwise, that should be the end of you and bats. Batman rides through Gotham toward his agreed meeting with Black Mass, observed along the way by the party animals and Alfred. The party animals eye him, waiting for a reason to strike, but none make a move. They just watch and let him pass. Meanwhile, Alfred's handlers contact him, telling him they have what they need and that he should leave Gotham. The first arc has largely been told from Alfred Pennyworth's point of view, and it continues here. He knows everything Bruce is doing, how he's intimidating the thugs, and how he's maneuvering through the city and the route he's taking. Alfred wants Bruce to complete the mission and do it right. He believes Bruce should take money, not just as part of the plan, but because Alfred himself has changed. The man he was at the start of this arc is gone. He's become a believer in Batman and in what Bruce is trying to build. But despite the warnings, Alfred stays. He continues watching Bruce, ignoring his handlers. No doubt a decision that will come back to haunt him later. Meanwhile, at City Hall, Gordon and Martha watch a news report revealing that Bullock has endorsed Hamilton Hill. Gordon is deeply hurt by his friend's betrayal and apologizes to Martha for bringing her into what feels like a failing administration. But Martha, unwavering, tells him they haven't lost yet. She reminds him of how they first met when he arrested her at a protest but ultimately let her go rather than press charges. That moment, she says, proved to her that he's one of the few truly good people left in Gotham. Gordon says, you know, when I said I'm sorry, I wasn't talking about the election, he says. I was talking about the zoo, the memorial light. I'm sorry. They're not lighting it this year because of all this crap. When you see Bruce, tell him I said so, because that's what really stinks. Jim Gordon has been a surrogate father to Bruce in some ways. We flash back to a moment at the funeral where Gordon speaks with young Bruce. Look, I'm not much good at this, Gordon admits, but I just want to say I've seen a lot of brave acts in my life, but I haven't known many brave people. Your dad, he was one. He's sort of shown with it. Gordon looks at Bruce for a moment before continuing. I see that when I look at you two. A silence lingers between them before Gordon finally says, I'll let you go now, but I also wanted you to know they're going to tear down the zoo, okay? Young Bruce, his voice quiet but steady, asks, what are they going to put there? I don't know, Gordon replies. Something practical, I'm sure, but you won't have to look at it ever again. It'll be gone for good, okay? Alfred Pennyworth says, here we go. A few more moments and this fevered dream will be over. Batman will be something lasting, applicable. For a moment, Bruce's back tenses, almost impierceable, but Alfred catches it easily. Easy there, look around you, feel that. Alfred continues, they're all jealous of you because you did it, you won. He pauses before adding, I'll tell you a secret, I'm bloody jealous of you too, because I learned too late. But you, cheers, Mr. Wayne. Meanwhile, Bruce meets with the Black Mask on a roof of a building where the party animals and Alfred watch from the surrounding rooftops. Sionis tells Bruce, so it's all set, buddy, 200 million. The code to the account was sent this morning. Batman replies, I know. I already used it on something. Black Mask laughs. Ha! Amazing. Look at you. So tell me, cars, planes, back computers, how much did you use? I have to know. Batman simply says, all of it. We cut to a flashback at a funeral where young Bruce chases after Jim Gordon. I don't want them to knock down the zoo or turn it into something practical. I want something there that makes everyone look, like you said, something that shines. Back in the present, Batman turns to Black Mask. Want to see how I spent it? It is revealed that Bruce withdrew all the money and used it to create a massive bat symbol out of cash on the memorial light, a huge spotlight in the abandoned zoo. He remotely activates the light and the bat signal illuminates the night sky. This Batman doesn't have billions of dollars at his disposal. He can't build satellites or launch missiles, and he doesn't have jet planes. He gets around using construction sites and his knowledge of engineering. He builds things. This was never about money. This was symbolism. This wasn't just a light. This was Batman rejecting the money, realizing that Batman isn't backing down. Sionis declares, "That is one ugly bat. Party animals, the deal is off." The party animals charge at Bruce en masse. Bruce stands his ground and says, "See, Roman, I don't need cars or planes or computers. I don't need anything you have. All I need is Batman." Batman uses his cape and talons to dismay the party animals. Then if you remember from Absolute Batman issue 1, where Batman used the bat axe to chop down a large party animal, this party animal jumps on the back of Batman. But this time, Batman injects the spikes into his enemy. The party animal is stuck on Batman's back, begging him to get off. Batman retracts the bat spikes and says, "All the crimes, the parties, the art, the robberies, the murders, it was all manufactured by you, so you and your boss could profit. You don't care how many people die." Batman then grabs the large party animal with his cape and hurls him into the air and slams him to the ground. Black Mask watches and says, "Nope." Then, with a smirk, he adds, "Fortunately, though, you do." He gives the orders. Snipers on the surrounding rooftops take aim, not only at Batman, but at his own men. As Batman tries to shield some of the party animals from the gunfire, they take advantage of the distraction and trap him in reinforced nets. Black Mask smirks and says, "Man, you had it, too. That ticket to the big party. All you had to do was reach out." Batman struggles, but the net tightens, pinning him to the ground. Batman grabs Sionis by the leg, but Black Mass, repeating his brutal attack, seizes Batman's arm and wrenches it, cracking it and dislocating it. Through gritted teeth, Batman growls, "I have just what I wanted. Everything you set up here, everything you confess to, it's already at every news station in Gotham." Black Mask scoffs, shaking his head. "My God, you actually think you achieved something here, don't you?" Above them, the bat signal made from the burning cash flickers and begins to fade as the money turns to ash. One of the party animals, the girl, grabs one of Batman's detachable bat ears, its razor-sharp edge glinting in the firelight. Without hesitation, she stabs him repeatedly. Sionis sneers, watching Batman bleed. He really thinks that burning the cash, exposing truth is going to inspire people. He thinks he's the hero. Sionis learns in close, grinning, "I hate to tell you, pal, but you're not even the main character." As Batman struggles, the girl party animal doses him in fuel, a flickering lighter in the other hand, ready to burn him alive. The party animals beat and stab Batman relentlessly before setting him on fire. Flames engulf him as the kid girl party animal grins, watching him burn. Black Mask smirks. "The only hero in this story, Batman, is money." Dr. Benjamin seizes Batman's battle axe, gripping it tightly before swinging it with full force. The blade slams into Batman's face, sending him hurtling over the rooftop. The party animals gather at the edge, watching as Batman plummets. Above them, the bat's symbol. His last act of defiance fades into the night, disappearing into the darkness. Bruce manages to slow his fall with a parachute, but still crashes hard to the ground and starts fleeing on foot. The GCD spot him and give chase with tanks and attack helicopters. Barbara Gordon follows him into the parking garage and hits him with her squad car. She gets out and points her gun at him as he climbs into the manhole. Barbara says, "Stop or I'll shoot." Bruce simply tells her to shoot him. As she lowers her weapon, he disappears underground and she radios in that she lost him. Black Mask speaks directly into Batman's hidden camera, delivering his nihilistic philosophy to the people of Gotham. "Hello, Gotham. My name is Roman. A little about me. I grew up on a pig farm, humble beginnings. I know one of my job was killing the pigs. When the time came, I used a captive bolt pistol 5-inch pin right to the head. Most times it was just thunk, down they went. But once in a while, on a rare occasion, the pig would have this spasm, not of pain, of joy. It was wild. It would let out this moan, shiver, and even smile as the blood spurted from his head. I learned later this only happened if the pin hit just right, a deep enough to strike a little spot in the brain called the hedonistic hub, the main pleasure center, and the only happened if the pig didn't tense up, if it just relaxed and accepted it. If it did, the hub would flood its brain with total, unchecked pleasure, a split second of ecstasy, right at the moment of death, which brings me to this moment because come on, we all feel it. The big guys, they killed the world long ago, and yet they keep us all slaving away, promising it's still alive, admitting you could barely pay your bills while money makes money. You drag your recycling to the curb while they ride in private jets, tearing the sky apart. You struggle to hold a system that does nothing for you, doing the right thing so they can do the wrong one. Alfred goes to the Batcave, finding Bruce sewing up his own wounds. He looks at Bruce, his expression filled with concern, and tells him, "You have no idea what you've done." Bruce, focused on the task at hand, responds, "I managed to place a track on the black mask." He winces, slightly asking, "Can you set my arm?" Alfred pauses, his face hardening. "I get it," he says. "I was a field medic. I know about 100 ways to patch you up, but I'll never help you again." He turns to leave, his voice cold, but carrying the weight of his words. "Goodbye, kid. Just know that what's coming next is on your head." Roman continues, his voice dripping with menace as he addresses Gotham. "All those ideals, those dreams you were toiling over, they're dead. Progress is dead. History is dead. Truth is dead. So how about we all just admit it? It's dead and relax so the pin can hit the sweet little spot. Let's all live in that one split second of ecstasy, feast on the giant scraps. And because Batman turned down this invite, I'm offering it to you all. Hundreds of millions of dollars, all up for grabs. Welcome to the party, Gotham." He encourages the people of Gotham to embrace the chaos, to grab whatever pleasure they can before everything comes crashing down. Meanwhile, his men move around the city, placing crates filled with weapons and money. The promise Batman turned down is now available for anyone who dares to take it. On the streets, Gordon and Martha spot a group of men opening one of the crates. When they peer inside another, they see it's filled with guns and masks. Three of the men, now armed, advance toward them, ready to impose Roman's vision of lawless Gotham. Next, Absolute Batman Volume 1, Issue 6.